Welcome to another edition of the KTTH Roundtable, where Bryan Suits and I talk about various topics around a literal round table. What do you got?
Well, this is the secondary effect of electing a more conservative city council, because they're finally, now that the adults are in charge and a small business owner is the president of the Seattle City Council, Sarah Nelson, someone's actually looking at the receipts and they're withholding some of their money for the gigantic boondoggle that is the King County Regional Housing Homelessness Authority, the KCRHA. And
Kutcher hurrah. That's how
yeah,
it's
so it's never mind King County. Seattle throws $109 million at this hooey every year, and they're going to pull back starting with 10% immediately. So my revelation this morning was, I was wondering, well, how do I check because it's a government agency, how do you check the salaries? Here's the revelation, an eye popper for you. Go to Indeed.com, not an advertiser, so not a plug, Indeed.com, and enter King County Regional Homelessness Authority. And the salaries that come up and the number of jobs at $99,000 will shock you. And these are the ones that
It shouldn't be shocking anymore.
Good
We
Lord.
know exactly how much they, first of all, this is not anything new, right? I mean, when you look at their salaries, it's always been absurd. And they use the same progressive argument about, we're just paying people a living wage. They were giving folks unlimited vacation. That is a policy.
Yeah.
Unlimited vacation. And we're supposed to pretend that that's not obscene,
and
given how much they failed
get a
as an
health
organization.
plan better than teachers. And then, like, for instance, youth program consultant, $99,000. Yeah, you can live in Seattle on $99,000. And there's four of those.
If they were decent at their jobs, I would be a little less annoyed. Not the unlimited vacation is absurd, but I would have no problem with them getting decent salaries, having great, perks if they were successful. But homelessness has gotten worse since they've taken over. And with respect, first of all, let's not call the Seattle City Council conservative. They're not
more conservative.
Anything
better than last year.
Yeah, when you compare yourself to socialist Sean Massawa, everything's more conservative. They're a moderate left council, we think. Obviously, we'll see how things progress. Saying you're moderate and then governing that way in Seattle is a little bit different. But to be clear, they should be pulling all the money. All of the money. None of it should be going into the King County Regional Homelessness Authority. It makes no sense, especially if you're a city that's not Seattle, which already gets the majority of the funds and the attention. So if you're in Kenmore or Redmond or Burien and you're putting money into this, well, guess what? You're not getting any help whatsoever.
Yeah. But and then writ large, every city has something like this. And so the bottom line here is check out these salaries and then ask yourself, what incentive do they have to end homelessness? Could they be out of a job?
Well, here's the thing. What incentive do any of these organizations have? I mean, this is, in fairness, not to pick on KCRHA, you look at some of the other companies, the nonprofits within the homeless industrial complex, they're making a lot of
bigger
money.
Salaries.
We're not talking about like the low-level employees, but
Yeah.
when you're looking at the people in leadership positions, they're making really good salaries.
And no transparency.
There's no incentive
Yeah.
to fix things. And so when you hear an idea of housing first, that's low barrier, which we're not going to require any of these addicts to actually get off their addiction, and we're going to give it to them forever, the free housing, all you're doing is guaranteeing this person's job and funding forever.
They may be skeletonized former addicts who are found decomposed in a tent, but it was a free tent.
It was a free tent, and so there's always that kind of perk. We'll see you next week.